मैम हम लोग सेक्शन बी से हैं और हमारा एक प्रोजेक्ट मिला है MIS सब्जेक्ट पे कि पूरा एग्ज़ाम मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम किस तरह से जयपुर या नोएडा में चलता है। तो आप उसको बता सकते हैं मतलब कि किस तरह से स्टार्टिंग से लेकर लास्ट तक जो पूरा प्रिपरेशन होता है, टाइम टेबल एंड ऑल किस तरह से होता है?
ठीक है, आपके PGDM program, when we talk about it, it's not only PGDM program, it is a centralized one, so all three programs we have a combined examination. For every batch we conduct it, like for every trimester we need to conduct, like examination department looks for your midterm and for your end term exam as well. Term, for every term we are doing it, for every course we are doing it. In particular, if you want to ask anything in batch, term, course, so for every batch, for every term, for every course we are conducting. But there are few courses which are not full 3 credit courses, like your OM, you are studying HRM, you are studying, so it's half a credit course. So for such courses we don't have midterm exam, we have only an end term exam. Similarly, for the courses like your MM2, where it's not a classroom program, but it's a live project based program. So uske liye it is just based on the presentation and we don't have any examination. Like similarly for business communication, again it is this time you have your end term examination for business communication.
Yes, ma'am.
But when and for the few batches prior to yours, it has been decided that there is no midterm, only the presentation is being taken by, although it is a 3 credit course, but then also there is no midterm.
I'm only, we have
For
only
you
end
also.
term.
Achha, this is for
Ma'am,
your batch
means
also.
who decides the timetable and how the timetable gets decided?
Timetable is schedule is the scheduling of the examination is done by the program manager, that is Mr. KP Sharma. In a meeting where all the program directors, dean academics, they are there. Then we have invigilation duty chart, so that is again done either by the examination department or the program department. Then question paper, for midterm we have internal paper setting, but for end term we have external paper setting. Examinations are scheduled. The date sheet is again made by program manager.
Who decides the placements where the students will be
Sitting plan.
That all examination department do. All the setting plan, everything is being decided by the examination. We don't have any role to play in that.
Ma'am, that like when this flying squad comes to check each and
That is
every-
again a role of examination department. So Mr. Tomar, he is the examination controller. So this flying squad basically comes under him. So he arranges for that. So sometimes it is there, sometimes it is not there. So the main objective is to basically keep a check.
And your role means in which class you will be invigilating that will.
That is invigilation duty schedule. I have already told you that sometimes it is done by the examination department, sometimes it is being done by the program office itself. Fine. So but we as a faculty we don't have any role in that.
Means in which class you will be.
Yes. So we don't have any role in that. Then administrative staff for the interim examination, since not for the 6th trimester, but for the first 2 trimesters, first, 4th, 2nd, 5th, it goes parallel. So a lot of rooms we have the examination duties. So administrative staff also supports us in doing the invigilation duties. So program manager, I have already told you that he has an important role. 1, to prepare your date sheet, and 2nd, in assigning the duties as well.
And how this whole mark system gets converted into grade?
So what actually happens is that for every subject, we understand that total weightage, there are separate weightage given to the different components. So if I am teaching a particular subject, so I basically evaluate the students from 100. Similarly, it is done by different faculty members in other subjects. Then we have a formula which it is already there in your handbook, that how we convert like 7. It is again a weighted average, that if it is a 3 credit course, what score you have got. Okay, if it is 1.5 credits course, then your score in that particular course would be multiplied by 1/3. So it's totally based on the weighted average thing. So it will be converted into a GPA or CGPA. And controller of examination is Dr. Tomar, and he's overall controlling the exam.
And finally means how the whole
Result.
after results is generated, then who is.
I'll come to that.
OLT.
Then it's not only about generating the results, since we use a lot of statistics in preparing your results, so it has to be, we have to see that the grade should be normally distributed as well. So we have a moderation meeting as well. So there we keep a check on the grading. Like there are certain cases where like too many D's and too many C's has been assigned, and if we talk about the B category or C category students, students with grade B and C, they are quite less. So the things sometimes need to be, otherwise all of us, we understand the grading system and we do the grading like that only. But the role of moderation committee is that, especially for the visiting faculty, if, like they are not very equipped with how to give the grades. So and sometimes we have a problem in understanding that how to define the grades, because see, it happens below 35 is fail, all of us know that. But looking at the variation in the marks of the students, sometimes we say maximum is 96 and minimum is 2 marks. So 2 है तो it is fine, but 35 भी हैं, मतलब but 92 एक बच्चे के हैं. But if I say that 10 students got 36 marks and 12 students got 37 marks, and then again say 8 students got 38 marks, so the grading scheme need to be justified, because here when I move from D to C minus or C minus to C, so the interval is not equal. So at every single mark, the interval changes, like the grade changes. So we need to do all that. So it's not, अगर ऐसा होता है तो as a faculty I may not be able to do a proper grading, but when we sit in the moderation meeting, so we does that. Okay. Answer sheets is being evaluated. और क्या पूछ रहे थे आप? हाँ, after moderation only the results are being uploaded on Moodle.
मैम उसको डिस्प्ले करने का टाइम किस पे डिपेंड होता है कि कब तक डिस्प्ले करना और कब तक हटाना है?
कब तक आपका हटता तो कभी भी नहीं है Moodle से रिजल्ट इज ऑलवेज देयर.
मैम OLT पे वो ग्रेड्स हट जाते हैं ना?
OLT Moodle पे रहते हैं ना आपका रिजल्ट अपग्रेड? OLT पे रहता है, हमेशा रहता है. OLT पे से रिजल्ट हटता नहीं है कभी भी.
वो सुरेंद्र सर से फिर मिल जाता है IT डिपार्टमेंट में जाके.
It is always there, रिजल्ट हटता नहीं है. APC का भी इसमें बहुत बड़ा रोल होता है. APC का रोल होता है लाइक बिफोर एग्जामिनेशन हु ऑल स्टूडेंट्स आर डिबार्ड, हु आर सस्पेंडेड. कोई होता है कि दे हैव नॉट सबमिटेड द फीस, या आपका अटेंडेंस का इश्यूज होते हैं, बच्चे आउट ड्यूटी फॉर्म मेडिकल टाइमली सबमिट नहीं करते हैं. सो दैट इज़ टोटली डिसीजन ऑफ APC दैट हु विल अपीयर इन द एग्जामिनेशन एंड हु विल नॉट. सो अ लॉट ऑफ एफर्ट गोज इनटू इट. Anything else?